this is like my third time trying to record this video. But anyway, hey, what's up? Today I'm going to teach you the iconic card spring. And I'm also going to go into a little bit more later. And that's because where I live, it's almost springtime, except today it's overcast and kind of gloomy. But anyway, I'm going to start off with some questions, mostly two, that I had with the spring. So first, my question was, how long would this take me to learn? And it would probably take you around a week to get a nice, smooth, consistent spring. But after the first 3 or 4 days, it'll start getting a little smoother and you can actually catch them. But whenever you first start, it'll probably go like, and then you'll drop cards. And if you want to get like a bigger spring where you can move your hands like that, it'll probably take you maybe 10 days. And all of that is just with consistent practice over and over and over again. And you will have to face the fact that you will drop cards. Also, another question I had was, why can I not even bend the cards? That's because the cards you're using are probably too thick, like these here, or they're just too stiff, like these cards here. These cards usually come super duper stiff and they're just hard to bend. So a good keynote would be that if you can if you can riffle shuffle the cards, like easily like that, then you can probably spring them. So usually older decks might be able to spring, or just keep practicing. And after the first day, your thumb should be sore. Alright, so let's get into some mechanics, which will vary from person to person. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few mechanics here, then I'm going to switch over to a different view. So first, there are different ways to grip the cards, different hand positions, and the way I do it is with my thumb. Well, first off, I'm right-handed, and I put my thumb on the bottom left-hand corner and my middle finger on the top right corner, like this, and then my other fingers are just there to support it. And then I straighten my thumb out, and that's how the cards are being released. They release off your thumb. I wouldn't do it off your fingers because it kind of just doesn't look as good. And then some people may spring the cards in the same position, but with their ring finger on the top right instead of their middle, and that works well too. Or some people may just have all fingers on the top short edge, and like that, and then or their thumb might be in the middle, or their positions may just be totally kind of inverted like this, and that's kind of a weird position to me. And then one last way is kind of with your index finger there instead, but whatever position you do it in, you're bending the cards the same way. You bend them in, not out. Out would be more like a dribble, and that's not what we're going for. So let's get into a closer view of this. Okay, so I've talked about a few different grips, and I highly advise you to find the grip that works best for you. I think with all the fingers on top, that's easier for people with bigger hands, maybe. Oh, also, some people may grip deeper inside the hand or more on the fingertips. So try and just experiment and again see what works best for you. So no matter how you grip it, again your thumb is gonna do a lot of the work. You're gonna let the cards follow themselves. Your thumb is just there to straighten out as it goes through. It's kind of hard to explain, but a little practice tip is you can put the cards against your stomach or your chest, and that way you're less likely to drop cards. And your catching hand needs to have its pinky out, so the cards land in this straddle type grip. And yeah, that's basically just how it works. The cards should start falling like that. You can't control it yet, but as you practice more and more, your muscle will develop to where you can release the cards much smoother. Now this is one really cool trick shot where you like throw the card up in the air and then you can catch it in a spring. But of course I'm not talented enough to do that. And whenever you spring, you're just constantly having to square up the cards. So because I'm always trying to square up the cards, I don't know if I would be able to even do that. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go over a few other ways to do the spring. So this is the beginner way, just normal like that. Then you of course have the giant spring, and even if it's only like a few inches long, people still see just a blur of motion, and they still think it's cool, and that's really nice. And then there's the thin spring where you can put well for me, my ring finger goes on the side, but if you're able to, you can put your pinky on the side, but I do my ring for more control. And instead of the cards falling kind of vertical, they fall a little bit more horizontal because your finger's in the way. Then you can do bigger springs like that too, making them large and thin, but I can't do that. And then there's a tabled spring. I don't have a table with me, so I can't do it here. And then there is, I don't know if it's called this, but it's kind of like an upside down spring where you do it like that, and then it just defies gravity. And then there's, I don't know if this is like a different one, but I just like kind of do it over my head like that. And so those were a few different ways to spring cards. $52 card pickup. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell. And feel free to leave a comment and share this video with your friends or family so they can learn to spring cards too. And yeah, I'll see you next time.